Sugar Daddy Podcast, yo. Learn how to make them pockets grow. Financial freedom's where we go. Smart investments, money flow.
In today's episode, we are going to talk about birthday etiquette. And we are in the process of planning our daughter's 8th birthday, and something came up, and I want to pose this question to Brandon. We did this very recently about the beneficiaries and life insurance, and I kind of threw the question at him, and it was super fun. We got a ton of engagement, lots of comments on social media. So I have another one for you. And that's
Okay.
what we're doing today. So if you are a first-time listener, this is a little bit different than what we typically do, but we are excited that you're here. And if you are an OG, welcome back. I'm going to toss Brandon a curveball and see what he says. Are you ready?
I guess it's ready as I'm going to be.
Okay. All right. So how would you handle parents RSVPing siblings to a birthday party that they were not invited to? Especially parties where there is a head count limit and additional costs per person above a certain amount of participants. So, babe, this is not like we're having a party at a park and everybody's welcome and we're just going to have like snacks and cupcakes and like let the kids run wild. This is we are booking a party at a venue. There's a head count. Every person costs a certain amount of money. And then any person above that head count costs another amount of money. How do you think people should handle like we are a 2-child household. If like one of our children was invited to a party, would you automatically just RSVP the other child?
No, I'm going to approach it like a wedding.
Yeah.
If you get a +1 and it says it on there, then okay, you can bring one more person. But if it doesn't say that,
Right. Like siblings welcome.
like, no,
All are welcome to join.
no. Because like you said before, a lot of these birthdays, they might be at like a jump place or a trampoline place,
Yeah.
whatever it may be. And when you purchase a package, you have a limit to how many people can be invited. And then each additional person is going to be more money out of your pocket. And
Right.
these can get expensive. They can get up to,
Oh my
just
gosh,
for a kid's
like
birthday party.
$40 a head.
You might end up spending like, $500.
Oh, yeah, they're ridiculous.
And then you start having to add more people on top of that. So you should never, ever, and I'm telling you to all parents, never ever assume that if you have multiple kids, if they invited that one kid that they're in class with, they're inviting that one kid. Now, you can ask if you could bring another sibling or whatever, but never assume. The way that I do it is like if our daughter is invited to a birthday party and it's at a place that'd be fun for our son to also go, I ask, hey, is it okay if we bring our other child with us? And then I also even follow up in the same message. I know there's a limit on most of these packages. I have no problems paying for my other child to come separately out of, whatever you're doing.
Right.
I always do that.
And we get it. Like we're at the stage now where typically we divide and conquer. I'm like, listen, if it is not our child and we are going to somebody else's birthday, one of us needs to be home running errands, folding, mopping the floor, something. Like we don't both need to be standing around at Susie Q's
Unless
birthday
it's a
at the
really close
trampoline
friend.
park.
And it's a really, really close friend.
But if it's like a classmate and
no.
we don't, then it's, one person goes, brings the child. And then, yes, sometimes it is easier to just have both kids out of the house. We get that. And we've had, our son has had like 3 park parties in a row now. Like
he keeps wanting them, which is fine.
He just loves going to the park. So we like book it, through our little county website or whatever. And it's great. And on those invites, we always put siblings welcome.
Yeah, because it doesn't cost anything extra.
Exactly.
We just want to know.
Sure.
But also the thing is too is making sure you have enough
Snacks,
food and stuff like that.
Cake, yeah, goodie bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there was one time where I had the goodie bags for the people that, which I hate goodie bags. If you've been if you've been with us for a minute, you know how I feel about goodie bags. I hate them. I also, side note, I'm not doing them for this upcoming party. I'm like, I'm just not doing it. You know what your goodie bag is being here at this party. You're welcome.
We all know as parents at the end of the day, goodie bags are just a bunch of junk that ends up around the house that we have to clean up.
Ugh, I hate it so much. Okay, so I'm not doing goodie bags, but there was a party where I was still doing goodie bags and a parent ended up bringing, people that were not RSVP'd, and I shouldn't have felt bad because you brought people that I did not know were going to be here, but you do feel bad because you wanna be accommodating, you wanna have enough of
You feel
everything.
bad. I don't feel bad.
Well, correct. Correct. Welcome to the Jess and Brandon show where I feel bad and he doesn't care. But yeah, so
People just man, just use some common sense. Like, because the thing is too is that like,
yeah, the venue matters
yes, the
for
venue
sure.
matters.
And
Like,
then
just
also
also just ask.
ask and don't assume. And I would even, yeah, I would go the extra step and I would say, is it okay if we bring a sibling? And some people have 2 or 3 siblings,
Yeah,
so
because the
that's
thing
a
is
whole
too is that
another thing.
with the most of like our kids' classmates, I don't know their families,
No. So
so I have no idea how many kids these people have.
right. And so you start RSVPing people that were not invited, and especially like this upcoming party we have, it is $39 a head, which is a lot of money. So if we had 10 people bring a sibling each, you're looking at an additional $400.
Yeah,
That is a crap ton of money for people that I don't even know your name.
yeah.
Absolutely not. But we want to hear how you would handle it. Do you put it on the invite? Do you assume that people are going to maybe act like you would? I think that's my problem, right? I assume that people will act like me. And then when they don't, I'm angry because I'm like, why would you not be like me?
That's the difference between you and me. I don't. I expect bare minimum from
You
anyone.
do, you do. But I kind of have that problem consistently where I'm like, I assume people will operate like I would in the situation, which is I would always ask, I would always offer to pay to bring
Yeah.
my additional child. I would never just show up with extra people, et cetera. But what do you guys do? Do you put it on the invite? Do you ask? Do you offer to pay? Like, how are you handling it? And what would you say to the parents who are assuming and just bringing extra kids or RSVPing extra kids, especially to parties where we know that there's a head count cost?
You're nice to see. Like, obviously, we know from all the conversations, Jess is the planner when it comes to this aspect of our life, and she handles 99.9999% of all this stuff. So she's the one
And
responding.
vacations,
See,
y'all,
I would be like, your other kid
is not
is not
invited.
invited until if we have other people that don't come and we have like say we bought a package for 10 and only 8 are coming, then okay, I'll let you know last minute that this person can come, but
Right.
your other kid, they can come, but you got to pay for them. I would just tell them like we have a
Yeah.
certain number allotted.
Well,
I don't know your other kid.
and then here's the other kind of little caveat there is that most of these parties, you have like a little party attendant who's like a high schooler. And so how do you then differentiate? Because I feel like we got once before on this, but how do you then differentiate between the kids who are there that were paid for separately versus the kids that are there that are part of the party? And then you have these little party attendants that are like, oh, but I saw that there was 15 kids and then 5 of them were already paid for separately. So you know what? That's another added thing that I now have to manage, which is like, no, 5 of these kids were at the party, but they were paid for separately. They are not part of my package. So again, look at the bill and see what are you charging me for? Because I already put down a deposit. I paid for this package for this many kids. I know that the parents paid for these kids. Like it's a whole logistical thing. It
Also,
just, oh my gosh.
the thing is too is that like we're at a point now where our kids are getting a little bit older and they're able to.
We are no longer inviting the whole class.
Yes, that's where I was getting ready to go.
I know.
We're not the family that's inviting the whole class.
No.
Now, we're also very much the family that's not like you need to be friends with everyone because not everyone deserves your friendship because
Boom.
some kids don't act right. And so, if you're inviting, my say like our daughter with her birthday, she invited this kid that
Right.
she interacts with. Your other kid,
I
I don't know
anything
who they
about
are,
them.
and they might be a terror,
Yeah, maybe.
and they might just mess up this whole flow because then also too is that like I don't, I, you know me, I will be quick to say like you need to get your kid in check.
Yeah. Well, so in this particular scenario, okay, now I feel like I'm outing the situation. In this particular scenario, our daughter only invited girls to her party. So again, because we're no longer in kindergarten, right? We're in daycare where it's like, we'll send an invite to everybody and like this is a nice way to meet the parents and like no, we know who our daughter's friends are. We very clearly asked her, "Who do you want to invite?" She needs to give us a list of names. And the sibling that was RSVP'd for is a boy.
Yeah.
So I don't know who he is. I don't know how old he is. And I know that he's not a girl.
Yeah.
So, like, and I get it. Like, childcare, and like dividing and conquering
Our
on the
whole
weekends. Like,
at
it's
the
a
end of
whole
the
thing. We
at the end
get
of the
it.
day is asking. That's
Yeah,
what it
it's
is.
just ask. Don't
Asking.
assume. Ask, don't assume. That is our stance, as ask, don't assume, and
That
then
should be everybody's
and then
stance.
preferably
Hard
offer to
stop.
pay.
That should be everybody's stance. Like, stop assuming stuff. Especially
Yeah.
the economy we're living in, everything's costing more. Price
Yeah.
of everything is going up.
Yeah.
We're all feeling it in some aspects. So just ask.
Yeah. It's so
And
true.
like I said, at the end of the day, like if you really want your kid there and
Because of a child coverage issue or
make sure you
whatever
can
it may
pay.
be. Yeah, I think that's fair. But we want to hear from you. How do you handle it? What would you do? Have you ever just showed up with your extra kids and expected them to also be covered? Like, we want to hear from you. So drop a comment, send us a DM. We just want to hear, like, what is the standard and are we going about it the right way or are we assuming too much? So
I'm all open to hearing comments, but you know where my mind's made up.
we said what we said.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for tuning in. We can't wait to hear from you. Let us know what you think, and we'll talk to you next week.
Sugar Daddy Podcast, yo. Learn how to make them pockets grow. Financial freedom's where we go. Smart investments, money.